Hello and welcome back to my channel. This is part 5 and the final part of the series of videos on our 9th grade son's 2015-2016 curriculum. And this video is on how we're going to incorporate STEAM into our homeschool day. So the ideas that I got for this came from Little Homeschool Mama, who has a fantastic YouTube channel on how she incorporates STEAM, which for those of you who may not be familiar, science, technology, engineering, art, and math projects into her kids' homeschool life. Another person you'll want to check out if you want to know more about the STEM homeschool stuff is Mrs. Mahogany. She also has a ton of ideas on how that's done. So anyway, a lot of what I've taken, I've copied their ideas. So Little Homeschool Mama was doing a video on what she's doing next year for her STEAM stuff. And what she did is she divided it up by the day. So on Mondays, she does a science project kind of thing. On Tuesday, it's technology. On Wednesday, engineering. Thursday, art. And Friday, math. So STEAM. And so I've copied that idea and putting together resources to use that I think my son will like and have fun with, because this isn't going to be a graded part of his day. I don't think. I really just want this to be a learning, fun experience for him. All of those 5 things he loves, and I want him to continue to love those. So I've looked for kind of fun things that he will be interested in, and have it be kind of a low pressure kind of deal. So let's look at science. For science, and we're only spending like 30 minutes to 45 minutes on this. This isn't, or if longer, we're doing it at the end of the day, the end of the school day. So if we're really getting into something, we can keep going. And we don't have to stop so that we're not behind on something else. So for science, I have, I just pulled out a sampling, but I have a lot of these little science kits that I've gotten from Amazon or from garage sales and stuff like that. So one of them, like this one, Clean Water Science. This is a Science Whiz Dna Kit that has a bunch of different experiments in it. So we're just going to be doing little fun things, educational, but fun. So like, for instance, the first week he is going to extract DNA from strawberries, and that kind of goes along with what he's doing in biology during that time. Week 2, he's going to build a DNA ladder. Week 3, there's a chromosome puzzle he's going to do. He's going to learn about gene traits. Week 4. Week 5, extract his own DNA. Week 6, he's going to make DNA ink from his own DNA. So that's kind of an example of what we're going to be doing for the science part. What else? I have science reading about science. This book is The History of Medicine, from ancient physicians of Pharaoh to genetic engineering. So again, this goes along with the history aspect. It ties it in with that. So that's another thing we'll be looking at. So just a variety of that kind of stuff. I also have a ton of different books that show different experiments. So he can go through them and pick out the ones he's interested in doing. We have a lot of astronomy stuff. He's not interested in taking a full real course on astronomy, but he is interested in astronomy, so we can add that in and he can get just like a little taste of it. So that's what we're going to do for the science part. For the technology part, my friend Debbie alerted me to this deal about a year ago, and I don't know if these are still available. I'm assuming they are, but it's called Kano Computer Kit. So if you just Google search on that, it'll pop up. But it came in this little box. Oops. Open it up, and it's a kit to build your own computer. All you need is a monitor or a TV or something. So anyway, this is going to be the technology portion of his STEAM stuff. And then if he finishes this and has mastery of it and is done and wants to learn something else, then we will start looking for that. But this is what we're going to be doing for the first 6 weeks at least. Because again, we're talking 1 day a week, 30, 45 minutes. For engineering, I got this off of Amazon. It's Janice Van Cleef's Engineering for Every Kid, Easy Activities that Make Learning Science Fun. I am not an engineer. I don't have that kind of a brain. But this is just very simple experiments that teach different aspects of engineering. So there are structural engineering, aerospace engineering, aeronautical, roller coaster, solar, acoustical, electrical, optical, petroleum, nuclear, chemical, all kinds of stuff, all kinds of different engineering, hydraulic, earthquake engineering, and then there's experiments that show each of those. So we're going to be using this book. What else? Oh, we're going to be using, there's a series of books, and I'm pretty sure Mrs. Mahogany on her channel is the one that was showing these. But there are a series of books called, they're engineering books, and they have experiments in them. But their titles are Chemical Engineering and Chain Reaction, Environmental Engineering and the Science of Sustainability, Civil Engineering and the Science of Structures, Mechanical Engineering and Simple Machines, Electrical Engineering and the Science of Circuits. And so those are, I've started to read the history book. Anyway, these are books I plan to check out from our local library. I'm not going to go ahead and buy those. I'm just going to check those out because, again, 1 day a week, 30, 45 minutes. I don't want to invest in all of these books. I'll just check them out from the library. So that's what we're going to do for engineering. For the art part of STEAM, it's going to be very history focused. So I have several different books that will help me with that. And I'm looking up something real quick here on how we're working that in. So, let's see, flipping through my lesson planner here. And my lesson planner this year I'm super, super excited about. And I'll do a separate video on that because it's really cool. It's probably the only time I will ever get something this nice because it was expensive and I had discounts and coupons. But anyway, I wrote down a bunch of different ideas here for the art part of it. And so we're going to be using different books for that. This is a book I found. Oh, I know where I found this. I found this last summer. I was crazy, crazy lucky enough to visit a friend of mine in Europe. And we were in the ferry station in Dover in England and had time to kill. They had a little bookshop. And so I got this for £5. And it's 120 great history projects. A lot of these are pretty elementary and we won't use. They're kind of goofy, but there are some really good. The cooking ones are really mainly what we're going to be using. There's a lot of recipes that go with the history times that we're going to be learning about. Ancient Egypt and their neighbors, ancient Israelites and their neighbors. These are activity guides. Again, a lot of super elementary stuff. Not, too easy really for a 9th grader, but some of it is pretty cool. Like doing, let's see, again, the cooking stuff. There's a lot of different recipes and stuff in there. What else am I getting out of there? Hieroglyphic writing, a Mesopotamian cylinder seal. Yeah, mostly I think just the cooking kind of stuff. So like he's going to make an Israeli meal. He's going to make a Phoenician side dish. He's going to make Egyptian fig cakes. Um, breakfast porridge from the Nubians, an Indian chickpea curry. So that's the kind of stuff that he's going to be using out of these. And then there's some of the projects he'll use. Like I'll have him make the Egyptian snake game. I'll have him make, like I said, the cylinder seal, the cuneiform tablets, practice the hieroglyphic writing, and yeah. So that's what we're going to do for the art portion. Another thing for the art, he loves this kind of stuff, and Mrs. Mahogany is the one that first showed this on her channel, but it's the art of optical illusions. So he'll really enjoy this book. And then I'm trying to think what else we're doing for that. Let's see, art. Let's see. Okay, so like the first week, I have this planned out for the first 6 weeks of school, because we're going to be trying a new thing where we school year-round in 6-week blocks. So first week he's going to do how to make a 3D picture. The second week he'll be making that clay cuneiform tablet. Third week, making the Mesopotamian cylinder seal. That's hard to say. Let's see. Week 4, he's going to be doing the hieroglyphic writing, and I bought him some papyrus paper to do that on, and then we will add that to his history notebook. And a lot of this stuff, like, I'll take pictures of the tablets, I'll take pictures that he makes, I'll take pictures of the cylinder seal, and he can add those into his history notebook. Week 5, he'll make that Egyptian snake game. And then week 6 is the big cooking thing, and that's going to be spread out from art and then through history. He'll be making all the different, he'll make a menu for Thursday, Friday, and Saturday of that week. So that's what we're doing for the art portion. And then for the math part of STEAM, I have some different books for that. I have this book, which is String, Straight Edge, and Shadow, The Story of Geometry. So we will be reading that. And we may read this for a couple different weeks. We may read this and then get excited about it and read it, before bed or at lunchtime or something. So 50 math projects that correlate to specific math concepts. So there's a fractionalized floor plan, probability and prediction, planning a bicycle trip, planning a dog kennel, planning a garden, other projects. So that has a bunch of different ideas in it. And, we won't get to all of these this year, but if this whole STEAM thing once a day works out and we have fun and we enjoy it, this will all be 4 years worth of ideas. Here's a book on timekeeping, exploring the history and the science of telling time with 15 projects. So here's another book we can use. And amazing math projects you can build yourself. So again, we won't use all of these this year, but we can split this up over the course of the next couple of years. So first 6 weeks, week 1, he's going to make a Mobius strip. Week 2, we're going to do math Sumerian style, and that's from one of these books here. Week 3, he's going to be reading from a book called Math Magic. He's going to be reading chapter 3, and I don't have that book in front of me, but it's part of a Childcraft series. If you go on eBay and look up Childcraft Mathemagic, a bunch of them will come up, and it just gives kind of a history of math. like why we do things a certain way we do them. So that's really kind of what we're going to be doing this first 6 weeks, is using a lot of that Math Magic book. But anyway, so that's what we have planned. Again, I will do a separate video on this super, super cool planner. As always, if you have questions, put them in the comments and I will answer them. Thanks for watching.